swing, so you can refer back to the kettlebell swing video there. Now I'm just going to cover the Russian swing. It's very, very similar in its movement pattern. Everything is exactly the same apart from our finish position. Okay? So I'm not going to go into this in too much detail. I'm literally going to cover the finish position. If you want to see the setup, or you want to see how I get into the swing in more detail, the positions I'm hitting, i.e. my hamstrings and glutes are remaining engaged, everything is remaining tight in that torso and that midline, then please refer back to the American kettlebell swing, just the kettlebell swing video, and that will actually go into that in a lot more detail. So the Russian swing, as I stated before, everything remains the same. All I'm going to do is load up my hamstrings and glutes, sit into my setup position, drive the weight onto my heels, keeping everything engaged in the posterior chain, pop the hip and drive the kettlebell to just above parallel. So the kettlebell rises just above the level of my shoulders. Now again, we tend to lift slightly heavier loads with this swing than I would the normal American swing. Just the reason being, I'm now no longer taking that kettlebell all the way overhead, okay? Because I'm only coming to just above the shoulder, I can now afford to load that kettlebell, grab a heavier kettlebell, and I can get a lot more out of that movement with a heavier load, okay? So, again, the common faults we don't want to see are exactly the same as what we saw in the swing, but I'll just cover them quickly because we don't want to see is when I come down from that bottom position, hitting a position where I'm rounded, I let my shoulders drop, I let those knees come in front. Remember to keep this whole posterior chain engaged, lock those shoulders back and down, load up those hamstrings and glutes, and just drive that kettlebell to just above parallel. And that is the Russian kettlebell swing.